Hello everybody, Kimmy here, back with another video. Today we are doing a challenge video, which is can I beat Pokemon Sapphire Randomizer without catching any Pokemon? So before I start the video, could everyone please like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps out the channel a ton. Thank you. Some rules I implemented are: first, don't catch any Pokemon, kind of obvious. Second, no revives can be used during or out of battle. Third, losses will be measured by how many times I black out of a Pokemon battle. Fourth, I must nickname all Pokemon. Fifth, no using any X items. And sixth, these levels are boosted by 10%. So, my starter choices were Gengar, Mantine, and Psyduck. Gengar was a tempting option, however, both Ghost and Poison are physical in this generation, deeming Gengar essentially useless. In the end, I decided to choose Mantine. Though Mantine has a 4 times weakness to electric, I decided to take this risk because Mantine has a really good special defense, which is 140 base, and all electric type attacks are special in this generation. So, the first gym was relatively easy. I was just spamming Bubble Beam and Supersonic at Jinx and a Weepin' Bell, and eventually getting the TM for Sweet Kiss. However, I could not say the same for the second gym leader. This gym leader, to say the least, was a problem. Brawly's lead Pokemon was an Azumarill. Azumarill is a pretty bulky Pokemon with 100 base HP and defense and special defense respectively. The moves Azumarill currently has are Defense Curl, Tail Whip, Water Gun, and Rollout. Rollout is a 30 base power move that doubles in power when used consecutively, maxing out at 480 base power. If the Azumarill uses Defense Curl on the previous turn, Rollout starts at 60 base power. I had to hope and pray that my Mantine lands a 55% Supersonic on the Azumarill, and hope the Azumarill gets confused many times. Eventually, after some grinding, luck, and many deaths, I finally defeated the Azumarill. Brawly's ace Pokemon was a Tauros, which was not that big of a problem, finally defeating the gym leader. Brawly gave me the TM for Double Kick. Just for context, this gym took 46 minutes to beat, even with speed up for grinding. Watson's gym, however, was not much of a problem. Spamming Bubble Beam against Larvitar, Medicham, and Mariana did the trick, and later obtaining the TM for Solar Beam. After fighting a random trainer, Mantine finally learned to Stab, same type attack bonus, flying type move, Wing Attack. Before entering the Flannery Gym, I want to hatch the egg available in Laveridge Town for my second Pokemon in the challenge video. The egg hatches into an Anorith, so I name it Frank, because Anorith and Armaldo kinda look like Frank, Astromania videos. Instantly, I slapped the experience share onto the Anorith because it is severely underleveled at level 5. Flannery's Gym was pretty easy as well, spamming Bubble Beam and Takedown against his Farfetch'd, Meryl, and Armaldo, and later obtaining the TM for Mudsport. One of the random trainers in Norman's gym caused me some problems, to say the least. In the Speed Chamber, the trainer led with an Ampharos. I'm pretty sure it would have been fine, but the Ampharos decides to crit me with a Thunder Punch, again, on my Mantine, and ultimately losing. Thankfully, I could skip that trainer and go to the chamber on the right side, and I did so accordingly. None of the trainers on the right side caused me any problems. Now for Norman. His lead Pokemon was a Ditto, so I switched into Anorith in order for the Ditto to transform into Anorith, which Anorith's stats are low currently, and Mantine is super effective on Anorith. The next two Pokemon was a Rhydon and an Umbreon, which were dealt pretty easily, barring the Stallfest from the Umbreon. I quickly got served from Wally's dad next door from the gym, and I was off to the Weather Institute, but before, I picked up some leopard berries for the future whilst on Route 118. After defeating Team Aqua in the Weather Institute, the scientists gave me a free gift Pokemon as gratitude. The Castform Static turned out to be a Lickitung. At first, I was pretty disappointed, until huge power. Also, I got a free Mystic Water, which I gave to Mantine. The main rival battle was pretty easy, spamming Surf and Wing Attack on the Gengar, Arbok, and Feraligatr, obtaining the HM for Fly. Finally, I got the TM for Rock Blast after guessing the answer correctly from the grandma. Thankfully, my Anorith can learn Rock Blast, which is a better rock type move than nothing. Wynona's gym was pretty easy as well, just spamming Surf and Wing Attack on the Shiftry, Flareon, Dustox, and Kingler, obtaining my 6th badge. In Lily Coast City, I had to fight May again to get into the department store. This time, May had a pretty specially bulky team with a Clefable, Blissey, and Gengar, however, easily demolishing May's team. One of the TMs in the department store turned out to be Spore, which only Anorith can learn, but still useful regardless. After defeating all of the Team Awkward Grunts on top of Mount Pyre, I decided to grind my Anorith into an Armaldo, near the Team Aqua hideout in Lily Coast City. I decided to grind there because there were many chances there, ranging from roughly level 5 to level 32, also because I kinda got tired using Mantine for every battle, and secondly, I wanted to have a second Pokemon for Tate and Eliza, and since Armaldo has Spore, it'll be useful, especially in a gym leader double battle. Afterwards, I easily swept over the Team Aqua base. Okay, so, the Moz Deep gym. The one I was scared of, especially since it was the double battle gym. Being genuinely honest, I forgot that my game was 10% level boosted, so I thought I'd be fine with my level 2 and 46. But no, both Pokemon on the field were level 46. Tate and Liza led with Swampert and Ariados, which actually is a pretty solid duo. On the first turn, I decided to Spore the Ariados and Surf with Mantine. This turned out to be a pretty bad play, especially since a Muddy Water from Swampert 2-hit kills Armaldo. The next turn, I decided to heal Armaldo with Mantine's turn and Spore the Swampert. Afterwards, it was a matter of singling out one Mon, which in this case was Ariados, and then rotating between Water Gun and Spore on Armaldo, and spamming Surf with Mantine, eventually defeating Swampert, obtaining the 7th badge and getting the TM for Outrage. Okay, so the Kyogre turned out to be a Sandslash, so I guess I'm dumb and I forgot to change that legendary static Pokemon change into legendary static Pokemon, but it doesn't really matter for this playthrough because obviously I cannot catch the Kyogre static, but I was expecting a legendary, but you know. In Topless, I got a TM from the Karate Kid, which was Rock Throw. So I replaced Rock Blast for Rock Throw because it has better base power when Rock Blast only hits twice. Okay, so the 8th and final gym leader. Wallace led with the Rhydon, so I spam Water Gun with Armaldo, spam Rock Smash and Strength against the Stantler, Wing Attack against the Victory Bell, Surf the Arbok, which Mantine came to clean up, Spore and Rock Throw the Golduck, and defeat Wallace pretty comfortably, and obtaining the Rain Badge along with the TM for Feather Dance. So I made my way through Victory Road pretty easily, and I fought my co-rival in this game, Wally. Yes, co-rival, because May's your main rival. I surf his lead Pokemon Wishcash, Strength the Raichu with Lickitung, Rock Throw the Ledian, Surf the Milotic, which stalled me pretty badly with Recover and Attract, and Waterfall the Aggron, defeating Wally. I decided to grind a bit before the Elite Four run because my team was severely underleveled, especially since it was a 10% booster, so I went back to the west side of Lily Cove to continue grinding against the Chanseys. So, I decided to grind my team up to level 50, and I tried to go into Elite Four. And, to say the least, it did not go so well. The first 2 Elite Four members were pretty rough, leaving my Pokemon pretty shaken up, especially since the lowest Pokemon on their team was on par with mine. Then, Glacier, the 3rd Elite Four member, came up. Glacier led with the Lapras. Lapras lands a critical hit, Hydro Pump on my Lickitung, killing my Lickitung. I tried to go into Armaldo because I knew it had Sheer Cold, which I was worried about, and I thought Armaldo could outspeed Lapras. Now, looking back on it, and looking at their base speeds, there was a 0 chance that Armaldo would have outsped Lapras at that level. So, this in turn was a dumb play, and lost Armaldo for no reason. I went into my Mantine, and thankfully, Lapras missed her first Sheer Cold. But I wish I could say the same about the second Sheer Cold. Realizing my team was severely underleveled, I decided to grind my team up to level 55. I'm not exactly sure why, but I decided to go grind in Victory Road, And boy, let me tell you, this was one of the stupidest things I could ever do in this run. One of the common encounters in Victory Road was a Gloom. Gloom's moveset was Stun Spore, Sleep Powder, Acid, and Moonlight, making it a nightmare to grind in there. I go back into Elite 4 feeling better than ever. I Waterfall Cindy's elite Pokemon Metagross, Waterfall the Claydol, Double Kick the Magneton and Aggron, Strength the Salamence, after some Speed Tie and Protect shenanigans. Okay, so now for Phoebe. I Double Kick Phoebe's lead Pokemon Dugong, defeat the Lugia with a combination of Stomp, Spore, Rock Throw the Banette, Rock Throw and Surf the Cloyster due to color change, and Wing Attack the Shiftry, beating Phoebe. And now Glacia, the person who finished my run the first time. Mantine gets sheer cold about Lapras again, so I went into my Lickitung to finish her off with Double Kick. I Rock Throwed the Beedrill, Strength the Venusaur. Now, here's where I ran into some problems. Miltank. Miltank typically wouldn't be that bad, but he chased my huge power on my Lickitung and used Rollout. Thankfully, on the third rollout, Miltank missed, or else it would have most likely have been another game over. 3 double kicks killed the Miltank, and I escaped that mess, thankfully. Her last Pokemon was a Porygon 2, defeating the Porygon 2 into Oblivion by using double kick several times. The best Pokemon on my team died. Rest in peace, Mantine. You will be missed. At least in this Elite 4 run. Okay, so for the final Elite 4 member, Drake. I double kicked Drake's lead Pokemon for it, Rock Throw the Parasect, and Marmaldo died from an explosion from Fortress. Now, it's up to Lickitung to carry the team. I Strength the Alakazam and Delcatty, thus defeating the final Elite 4 member. Now, on to the champion, the only thing that's standing between me and eternal happiness and utter disappointment, with one Pokemon left, Lickitung. So the champion fight starts out with the Kecleon, which I double kicked several times and defeated it. The next was a Kabutops, which several double kicks did the job as well. Thankfully, both Metal Sounds from Kabutops missed the Lickitung because there was no way I could remove negative stat effects. Next, Steven sent out Magmar. Thankfully, Fire Blast and Flamethrower did only half my health. If Kabutops landed even one of those Metal Sounds, which is an 85% accuracy move, I guarantee you that would be another loss chalked up on the board. Attempting to Fire Blast stall, Magmar decides to set up Sunny Day, which boosts Fire type moves by 50%, attempting to OHKO me. On top of that, the Magmar decides to Confuse Ray me the next turn as well. Thankfully, Magmar's Flamethrower misses the next turn and Lickitung gets through the Confuse Ray, thus Lickitung defeating the Magmar. Next was the Dodrio, which wasn't much of a problem since Drill Peck did roughly 1/3 of my health, so I defeated Dodrio with 2 strengths. Next was Eradicate. 2 double kicks killed the Eradicate whilst the Eradicate used Endeavor out of desperation. And now, onto Steven's ace, which was a Mewtwo. Initially, after I saw that Mewtwo, I thought it was done. I thought my run was over, and back to the start I go. However, out of desperation and hope and luck, I decided to look up Mewtwo's moveset. And thank God Mewtwo's moveset is literal garbage. With Swift, Psych Up, Future Sight, and Mist. And if Mewtwo was 2 levels higher, it would have Psychic, and it would have killed me. So, I strength spam the Mewtwo and defeat Steven's final Pokemon to become champion and win the challenge.